What a stupid stream. What a stupid stream. So it looks as everything went wrong today. Well, this is somehow depressing, you know? But the good collapse MT. Nice to see you here. When did you write this? That I muted, I just recognized right at the moment. I had too many technical issues today. This is absolutely fucked up, this today's stream. That's something I... okay, so... Sorry for this. Beginners issues. But... well... nothing too bad. I can replay those missions or whatever one day. For the moment I just need to... I believe you. I believe you. Somebody's wounded. Prescott. Where is he? Ah, he's defending the entrance of this village. Where is the... okay, we have Murray over here. Let's secure the other entrance. So this is just some silly fighting at the moment. Many spots to concentrate. Let's try to bring some kind of front line to it. Okay, they are routing the artillery. Hopefully is doing its job. Why is John Paul Jones on front? I'm fine, thank you. And you? Fusiliers, support your captain. So they are routing over there. Let's charge them. Come on, let's finish the silly side quests over there. There's nothing to win. Inside. Ah, he's killed. Really? So I have the feeling any bold decision I do today are punished. I lost the ship because of really silly decisions. They have surrendered. Let's... okay, now let's encircle them. And with our forces we push forward. And especially let's take out those bloody cannon up this hill over there, yeah. Use my best troops for taking the cannon. Ratio is 5-to-1. Give them a volley. We are out of supplies now. We have enough supplies. So charge them. Just charge them. Take out the cannon. Town is safe so far. Captain is holding the town. Let's support him with tempo. Forward! Loyalists are shattered. Cannon taken. Can I take them? That's cool. Let's take the cannon. Oh! So we're going out again. That's good. I for myself don't even have a problem if you would write in German, since I think you are pretty lonely at the moment watching. But just as you please, sir. So there's the unit shattered. So, to be honest, everything I wanted to do in this battle I have done. I just would love to finish those British detachments over there. Oh, there's a little mire. So let's make this bigger. That's somewhat weird how they move, so okay. Let's move them each at a time. You push forward. Maya taking the left. The cannon. You bring them up to the center. Oh, there's an interesting idea. I could try if I can sink the ship with the cannon or attack it. So do you don't have to work tomorrow since you can tour around? You support the second village since you have lost your commanding officer. Ah, that's cool. How will the weather be tomorrow? I did not look it up so far. Since I have to sit in the office tomorrow, I really don't care how the weather will be. As long as it's not too hot. Well, in the office today it was clearly too sunny. Well, that's funny. It was raining cats and dogs some days ago, and now it's heating like in the summer we actually should have at the moment. So what can we do with this ship here? If I form up the artillery up the hill, do they have ammunition? They're low on supplies, but it's enough to bring out some shots. What's about them? They have... this is the infantry. They are full of supplies, so they can go there. Let's bring Meyer behind them for some cover. So and now just finish off. Let's just finish off those last British fellas. Well, it is indeed somewhat complex, so it's like... So the movements and stuff like this is in the first moment it's pretty simple. So clicking the unit, dragging the movement or whatever, that's not a problem. So, but there are different things. So, for example, what I did not do so far, you can detach skirmishers from a unit. So I have this battalion with around 150 men. Now I detached some skirmishers, so I have a smaller unit which can run in front of them, which can be interesting for scouting if you fight in the woods and don't exactly know where the enemy is. Then you have of course the thing with artillery and infantry working together. I don't think that I have cavalry in it. That will be the next step. But then you also have the ship issue. So this is a land battle, but there are many naval battles included, and those are quite complex too. So, for example, you do not only have those ships fighting each other. You also can put parts of your crew into boats, let them row ashore, make some whatever landing operations, stuff like this. And then it gets quite complex. And, which is the other thing, which I can show you soon, because I will finish now, since I have won everything I can win in this map. So after doing the battle part, let's say so, you have the planning or the strategic part. So now you have an overview of the battle results. You see, of course, the losses and stuff like this. But you also have wounded officers, for example. You have goods that you took. So I captured 2 guns. I can use them in the next mission, or sell them. That's the first thing. You lose some weapon because you have men killed, but some are rescued. That's all done automatically. You don't have to collect them on your own. Then there's the issue. You need to refill shattered troops. For example, I have money now. I have the weapons recovered from the battlefield. There's also a reputation value, which is this one here, which is now up to 6, thank God. So for forming a new regiment, for example, new battalion of troops, you need reputation. This must not go too low and stuff like this. So before this land battle, I had a naval engagement, and for this I bought the HMS, no, not the HMS, since I'm the American. I bought this 6th rate corvette, and I scratched up the money to buy it, but then I realized I do not have the money to buy some cannon, and there are, even if I would have sold other stuff, there were no naval weapons in stock, so those are the one I can sell my own. So it's not just starting a battle with a fixed amount of soldiers, but you have to manage your troops between the battles, and that's what I really like about it. So I played before this some months ago. I played Ultimate General Civil War, which is from the same developer, I think. And I really liked it. I really liked the battle system. I really liked the management system between the battles, that you can't just waste your troops in stupid assaults. So every unit is precious, every ship is precious. So I lost a ship before in the battle before this one, and if it's lost, it's lost. A battalion which is decimated to half its strength, you can replenish them somehow easy. But a lost ship is a lost ship, and you can't say, okay, I spent some money to repair it. It's gone. So that really hurt me in the former naval engagement, to be honest. Yeah, I would go so far that it's somewhat realistic, because without economy and organization, you can't win the battles. Because if you aren't able to bring the affordable troops, then you lose. And I really like the idea that I can't just waste my troops, that I have to care about them somehow. So this battle was good. I have much more captives now. I have some reputation, and I have some funds. But I still have the huge problem that I have clearly not enough cannon. That's so bad. That's so bad. So the troops are somewhat fine after this engagement. They lost, of course, some units, but not that bad. And the officer that was killed in action in the previous battle was not of my own force. It was from the reinforcements, which makes it not better. That it doesn't make it better that he's killed, but I do not have to find some other for his possession. So now we have the situation, we can still do 2 of those weird question mark missions. And therefore you need troops. And you can't fight them on your own. You just send troops and then it's somewhat calculated if you win or lose. Letter has arrived bearing the large, bold signature of John Hancock, the wealthy smuggler. Here you are, an enterprising fellow. A ship bearing supplies for the Loyalists manned by a skeleton crew will be sailing by the course marked on this map. Every prey for sea wolves such as yours, easy prey for sea wolves such as. So this is clearly a sea battle, so therefore I would need some warships. Oh, there's another one. This is the third one I spotted. This is a letter. I know this was this Hancock thing. There is one of those missions. Are there others hidden? So what's about the British merchant vessels are frequently spotted in this area. The British believe these waters to be safe, so escort vessels are rare. Another sea battle. And over there on this island, this seems to be a landing operation. Captain, I am a priest who came to this country from France at the urging of the Marquis de Lafayette. A judge in Le Havre, I will not name, confessed to me on his deathbed that he was the pirate A. Cobham who murdered his victims while granting no quarter in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. He and his wife lost the map to a large cache of hidden gold. After his wife died, he found the map in one of her old books. If this map is accurate, this gold can be put to good use to upgrade your fleet. No one has been willing to believe me and risk the voyage. I leave it to you. God bless the revolution. So my French friends that hate the English are not only giving us this formidable wine, but also giving us some worthy informations about a hidden treasure. So this is clearly a landing operation. Yeah, thank you. I like the newspaper design too. Since this is clearly a landing operation, I will send my 2 transports, the Erston and the Andrew Doria. But probably I should fill up the ranks of the soldiers on those ships again. That's the one thing. And the other thing is that I probably only have the power for one of those sea engagements. Is this another one? No, that's Hancock's signature. Okay. Since my warships are so screwed, that's so ugly. I even can't fully arm it. It's such a nonsense. Okay, first things first, we bring the infantry to full strength. not with not with reserve troops. Let's bring them up to about 300. I do not like to give them exact numbers, since no battalion in those times had the exact number they should have. Those militias better not spend too much on a militia unit. So that's enough for them. And with those 2 units, with the Ersten and the Old Truelove, I will do this landing operation over there. The Old Truelove and the Ersten. Success chance 66%. So if I put in the Lion, for example, which has no cannon but has some sailors on it, it's going up to 80. So maybe we should do this, but maybe we also reserve the cannon for a... No. Let's not do the old mistake again and bring the wrong units to battle. No, that's wrong again. I want the Ersten, so that's the 66%. Alright then, thank you very much for joining in. And I hope to see you soon in person. Then the next glass of wine or whiskey we drink together. Alright, have a good night. Thanks for watching. And I hope we see you soon. So let's have a look on the... Was he wounded? The second in command? Huh. Officers? Yeah, this one was wounded. But Jedediah Scott is in reserve now, so let's put... I know Jedediah Scott was an ensign, so he can command a battalion. So let's recruit a good one. Let's recruit Dariusz Gotowski. He has some good values. And he's cheap, he's expensive, so probably he will do the job. So let's recruit him. What's going on there? Ah, I can upgrade the ship with more morale or more stamina. Well, since the famous John Paul Jones is on the ship, of course their morale will be enormous. So that's the one thing. We could even upgrade the ship a little bit, but I think I should not do this before it's fully armed. But I could put the early copper sheeting on it to max speed and acceleration a little bit. That's pretty good. And I have a second spot left to upgrade the artillery to a later point. So that's okay. They need more men. They are armed with the Charleville Sea Service. Why are they armed with the Charleville Sea Service? Probably because I gave it to them. But there is not much reserves left for those weapons. So probably I give them the Sea Service Musket and Sword Bayonet and bring them up to max. And even take reserve troops, since the ship needs to have a good crew and a strong crew, since it's not fully armed at the moment. Okay, so the flagship is fine for the moment. The Andrew Doria. those guys are still armed with the Longland 1722, which is... that's not the best, I think. And since I have so many sea service musket in stock, I give them the better ones. No, I don't have them in stock. They are in the shop, but that's a difference. So maybe I can give them the Charleville and fill up their ranks a little bit. That's at least optimum. Okay, let's upgrade them. And since they get some stamina, that's also good. Okay, so now my big problem with the HMS Lion, which still has no armament. Since I stripped off all the cannon from the HMS Lion to arm the new flagship Dasher, which was probably a wrong decision, but you can't know it in advance. So let's... They are armed with... They also get a better... They get the sea service musket with bayonets, and they get also some more... Yeah, that's about... Let's pay about 1,000 Continentals for them. Bring them up to some strength. So that's fine. And now I think I should add a new battalion. Or maybe even two. What's about... So this is not available yet. Creates the ability to resupply military units in the field. Where the supplies in the wagon are finite to resupply. That's not my primary target at the moment. But let's just form a new unit of... What is there available? Marines? Not available at the moment. Skirmishers. Supply, those are supply wagons. Mortars, nice. And artillery. Okay, so that's nice. For the moment there are only four types of infantry troops. The militia, the regular fusiliers, the marines, and the skirmishers. So that's not the problem that you have to decide between 20 different... that you have to choose between 20 different whatever units. So let's form a new unit of Fusiliers, since Ensign Jedediah Scott has recovered from its wound. So that's okay, let's create them, and it doesn't cost me any reputation, but I have to be careful with the arms I give them. They get the Sea Service musket with bayonets, because I have lots of them in the armory, and I bring them up to, then they are overloaded, of course. That's the old problem. Okay, that's I have to consider, but then we just create a smaller units of Fusiliers. So, and on the old True Love, well, militia is nice to have, but since I've only formed a small battalion, let's form up a bigger one with what are those values, by the way? Intelligence, dexterity, strength, perception, willpower, and endurance. So he has pretty good values. Let's take William Bailey, since Bailey is a good friend of mine. Of course, not written like this. He will have the honor to be here now, and they get the Charleville. I have 300 Charleville with bayonet. That's a good way to arm them. And how many men do they get? About 200. Can I afford to reserve? That makes no difference somehow. Okay, let's create them too. So, I think all I have done for the moment, all I can do for the moment I have done. So let's send them on their dangerous treasure hunt. For this one, the old true love with a bunch of troops and the Earthton. And the chances did not increase. It's still 66%, although I created so many more troops. So let's just send the HMS Lion with them. Since it has no artillery, it's useless in a sea battle. Let's send them to them, and 80% success is a good chance. So this is working. And now I think I have only the power for one attack at sea. The Dasher and the Androdoria, also about 80%. Just no, that's the Androdoria now. What would happen if I put the Dasher on one? That's only... So even if I... 42%, that's too risky for the moment. Let's try to win this by sending the Dasher and the Androdoria with also nearly 80% chance of success. Let's send them two. And now let's just have a quick save. And then let's jump to the next turn of this War of Independence. I don't know if I will fight another battle today, because for the moment I just want to know what happens with those two. In your pocket of correspondence of the letter from the Massachusetts legislature reminding you of the vital importance of protecting the US whaling ships based on the island of Nantucket. I talked about this island in the last stream. Near Boston. They request help defending these valuable ships. It is known the British want those whalers not only to deprive America of income, but because those hulls can easily be refitted to become excellent patrol crafts for their fleet. Yes, the American whaling fleet must be protected. We will schedule extra patrols in that area. No, does the state of Massachusetts think I am in their employ? I serve the US Navy, not Boston. So I don't know much about John Paul Jones, the captain I'm playing in this game, to be honest. I know that he was a famous captain of the War of Independence, but I know not much about him. But I know that he was quite bold and quite, aggressive in his warfare. So seeing him as an aggressive fighter, both answers would make sense. Also, his pride in being captain of the Navy, I think, would make sense. Also, but also his will to protect. And since he was probably quite eager for some prizes, I think, and since I would do it, let's try to protect the whaling fleet.